In Japan, a growing number of companies are promoting greater participation of women in the workplace. Oryx Group is one of them. 30% of its women employees are so-called working mothers. The company has come up with various support measures such as childcare leave and assistance in hiring babysitters. The human resources manager herself is also a working mother.
I think that you can't ask for a more well-designed system than the one we have in place. In the company, we have lots of working mothers, and they are nothing out of the ordinary. People say it's an amazing environment to have so many women working.
But looking at the corporate child caring rate, Oryx's number is 1.19. It's below the national average.
Honestly, I don't know the reason. I wonder why. I'm leaving now.
This is Haruka Yano of the finance department. Taking advantage of a system of reduced working hours for parents, she leaves early to pick up her child at a nursery. She says she's blessed with understanding bosses and colleagues right now, but can't completely dispel her worries about changes such as a reassignment common at big firms.
I think the most important aspect is the awareness that people around have, especially among the men.
What does the corporate child caring rate reveal about businesses? The person who came up with it is Naoki Atsumi, a research director at Toray Corporate Business Research.
Big firms are often said to have systems that make child raising easy, but there are also companies with long work hours and an environment difficult for parents. We believe culture has a much bigger influence than systems on the behavior of employees. Corporate culture is not that easy to see, so we developed the child caring rate as an indicator to quantify that.
So what kind of company has a high child caring rate? Generating a child caring rate of 2.15, among the highest in the country, is NTN Corporation. The company manufactures a car part called a drive shaft. With 259 employees, it is a small company.
2, 3.
A 2-year-old and one on the way. It's easy to work here because everyone understands.
Why is work satisfaction high among the parents here? This is the president, Yoshitake Nakashima. He walks around the entire company twice every day as part of his daily routine.
Any problems? Is it going smoothly? How are things? Their facial expressions, how they look, whether they look worn out.
He says if employees have a concern, it's important to help them resolve that right away. But this company actually didn't have a parent-friendly working environment from the beginning. Ten years ago, Kazumi Natsumi joined the company just as it was being set up. After learning she was pregnant, she looked for someone to discuss it with, and the first person she approached was the president, sitting in a room on the same floor.
Knocking on the door of the president's office and discussing it with him took courage. But he was always around, so approaching him was relatively easy.
In that way, Ms. Natsume was able to work with the company to create a system of childcare leave and reduced working hours from scratch. The average child caring rate of companies with 500 or more employees is 1.22. but the number increases as the size of companies shrinks, with those with 10 to 29 employees reaching 1.38.
Small companies adjust their systems for their people. Big companies make people adjust to their systems.
In the corporate world, people are having fewer children. Improving systems together with cultures may be necessary.